So, Cyberpunk 2077 is in a world of mess right now, and everybody is begging the question: is Sony and Microsoft going to completely throw out the PlayStation 4 and the Xbox One? No, they are not going to do that, and I'm going to explain why that is not going to happen, especially right now. This is going to be a really, really unpopular opinion. I can already tell. A lot of people are going to disagree, and a lot of people are going to agree. So, yeah. But let's get this video started and out of the way. Catch 'em all. Okay, so Cyberpunk, like I said, just launched a few days ago on Thursday, December 10th, and it is a world of mess, especially on the based last gen, 8th generation consoles, the OG PlayStation 4 and the OG Xbox One, as well as the slim models of both of the consoles. And Sony has officially confirmed that they are removing Cyberpunk 2077 off the PlayStation Store. Whether if it's on the PlayStation 5 or the PlayStation 4, it will be off the store on PlayStation consoles through PlayStation Now. Or PlayStation Network is what I meant to say. It's really crazy that Sony's got PlayStation Network and then PlayStation Now, so you could call PSN and it'd be, people would get very, very confused. But anyway, because of that, a lot of people have been wondering, well, why shouldn't Microsoft and Sony just completely kill the PlayStation 4 and the Xbox One, especially with how bad Cyberpunk is having? And a lot of people on the Xbox side of things have been saying and touting the same thing, especially for when it comes to games like Halo Infinite, when Microsoft showed it at the July event, and it was like horrible, like things coming popping in, and it really looked like a Xbox One, like an early Xbox One game, if I were to say anything, which it's really true. It really did look like an OG Xbox One game from the beginning of its generation. But despite the issues that game is having, people have been touting and like getting Microsoft and asking them, hey, why don't you just discontinue the Xbox One version of the game, da-da-da this and da-da-da that, and they're still doing it. And Microsoft already confirmed a couple months ago that they do not have no plans on discontinuing Halo Infinite from the Xbox One. And it kind of makes a lot of sense if you really think about it, because Halo 5 launched back in 2015. So this Halo game has basically been in development since basically early 2016. And it's already been development with all of the Xbox One, counterparts, this and that. So Microsoft's going to release it for the Xbox One as well. The Xbox Series X is just basically them adding more stuff to it to also make it come out for that console to make it look and play better. But with mostly of its development, and it's the same thing with Cyberpunk. Cyberpunk was shown off and was first announced before even the Xbox One and PlayStation 4 were even out on the market. It was announced when the 360 and PlayStation 3 were still Sony and Microsoft's main consoles on the market. So all of that development, it was mainly for the PlayStation 4 and Xbox One as well. So yeah, everybody just you just need to stop it with this, starting to not make games. Like, why don't we just discontinue from the last gen? Da da da. Everything just needs to stop. And here are the reasons of why Sony and Microsoft are not discontinuing supporting the Xbox One or PlayStation 4 anytime soon. Number one, especially with what's going on in the world, like I said on a couple of my previous videos, I'm not going to say it because of the fact that this video will probably get demonetized. But with what's going on, there's not as many PlayStation 5s and Xbox Series consoles as there were with the Xbox One and PlayStation 4 at launch. So, not everybody is able to get a next gen console, especially with right now with what's going on. And so, because of it, they're not going to stop making games and supporting the 8th gen consoles because of because of issues like that, because you all think that they should. They're not going to. And they see that there's still people are going to be able to game on those consoles, and technically that still are, that can't get their hands on a Series X or PS5 or Series S or whatnot. They see that there's still people that are still going to primarily have a PlayStation 4 or Xbox One or even the PS4 Pro and the Xbox One X. So that's one reason that they're not going to. Second reason is they still got quite a few years of lifetime in them. It's not like developers still can't continue making games for, because as you can see, Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War is on all four consoles, the Xbox Series consoles, the PS5, the PS4, and the Xbox One. And it just basically is the exact same game. It just has lower graphical settings, is all it is. And Assassin's Creed Valhalla, same thing there. It's the same exact game on all four consoles, but on the base consoles, or the 8th gen consoles is what I mean to say, it's just downscaled to a lower resolution and freaking lower frame rate. That's all it is. And people really do not care that much about either of those because they don't have the money. There's not going to be like 20 million people out there that are going to literally just jump straight up on the bandwagon out of, nowhere. It's not going to happen. And Microsoft and Sony, even like they did with the PlayStation 3 and Xbox 360 generation, we still had games coming out for them basically until like late 2016 to like early 2017. Yeah, almost pretty much half, if not a little over half of the PlayStation 4 and Xbox One's life cycle, we still had games coming out for the 360 and PS3. And another reason now this is me speculating, the third reason, and this is my personal take on this one, but the other two with Sony and Microsoft understanding that nobody's not going to buy a next-gen console straight away, and the second reason of the lifespans are still going for these consoles. They still got a ton of life in them. The third reason is my personal speculation, and my personal speculation is mainly because we have the PlayStation 4 Pro and the Xbox One X, to where developers are able to work with the 8th gen consoles a little bit more and all that good stuff and make games, continue to work. And it's going to be like the same thing with the Xbox One X and PS4 Pro, going from those consoles down to the base consoles. They just are lower resolution and lower graphical detail settings. That's all that they are. So I personally do believe that we'll probably continue to see games coming out for the PlayStation 4 and Xbox One, probably sometime until between 2023, and the probably longest I could see is possibly 2025. That's how long I see Microsoft and Sony continuing to support with developers releasing games on the 8th gen consoles for, is all the way till sometime in 2023 and 2025. Now, Sony had confirmed that they are continuing to support the PS4 as long as they possibly can, because of the 100 some million player base that it has officially sold for. And if they just turn that down, they're just going to get a ton of backlash. So it's best for Sony and Microsoft to continue to support the PlayStation 4 and Xbox One. And I personally and myself, especially right now, I still technically play mostly on my Xbox One X and PS4 Pro right now, mostly because there is not that very many games, especially for the new generation of consoles right now. The only games that I have right now is Valhalla, Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War, and Borderlands 3. Those are the only three games that I technically have right now for my new PS5 and Series X consoles. So, yeah. So, it's really smart for Sony and Microsoft to do this. Now, like I said, this is probably going to be a super unpopular opinion, but there's going to be some of you out there that I know who are going to completely disagree and or completely agree is what I meant to say. And I just, it's just a lot smarter thing to do. And Microsoft and Sony, just like how they did with the PS3 and 360 generation, they're not going to do it also with the PlayStation 4 and Xbox One generation. So, yeah. But I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you guys could, please smack a like if you enjoy this content. Subscribe for those of you that are new to the channel, and we will be sure to keep you guys posted with more gaming content in the future. And also, send me down in the comment section down below of your thoughts and about the PlayStation 4, Xbox One, if you really think that they should stop supporting those consoles, or if you really think that, like, it's good for them to continue to supporting. But, yeah, just send me down in the comment section down below of your thoughts. Subscribe for those of you that are new. Turn on notifications so you don't miss out on any new video in the future. And hit a like if you enjoy the video. And we will catch you guys on the next video.